Hey y'all, so hey, it's YouTube, it's me, I'm Moist Andy, and I have something today. A very special lady sent me one day. It was many years ago actually, when I got the package, but it's sardinillas, and aceite de oliva. So it's like you get 115 gram net quantity. I really appreciated that the packaging, it is looking so legitimate. Look at it. You can tell that, oh my, oh, you don't come across this every day now. Hey, this is very special now. Import from Spain. El Corte Inglés, type of the sardines and olive oil. I would imagine that it's also full of omega-3. It's mixed like right into that oil. I had some of this rice for breakfast, and I had it with a can of tuna. Now, tuna fish got a similar amount of protein as sardines, but it's just a little bit more lean, not as fatty. I don't know what type of, does tuna fish even have omega-3 in it? I don't know if it even does. That would suck if it didn't. Wow, man. Yeah. This is a flavorful fish here. It's like they only give you the tails, it looks like. So this is only half of the fish. What happens to the head and the rest of the body? Maybe it just does not have enough meat and it's not worth a while. The gills of the sardines taste too bitter. If you've ever cooked sardines before, if you get the whole thing, you might have to go to a special supermarket to find that. Like go look around for the ethnic, like the exotic seafood section. Like you could go into they call it Grand Mart. At least that's what it's called in Falls Church. I should go head there sometime. I haven't been in actually so long, because I just always end up at the BJ's. Or I go to the Giant that's on Route 7 because it's the largest store that's nearest me. So I head to that one. These sardines here though, it's just one of those things that you can't even get from the store at all anymore. They don't sell these here. Like, if you do find them, it's just 1 or 2 cans of it. But each can is $11 or $12. Like you go to Spain and you're not gonna pay any more than 2 or 3 euro for a can of sardines, at least, or like last time I've been there. And that's not much money at all. Probably not compared to what it is now. All this sort of inflation thing. The same amount of sardine fish are still swimming around in the ocean. They got the same amount of boats catching these things too, probably. Maybe like they just don't find enough people to sell their catch to. How come they can't make a profit? Or what did they do with the extra fish then? Or maybe they just didn't have enough boats out at sea, like looking around, because there weren't enough to pay enough of the fishermen, so these corporations could handle the output. the requirement. Since I started eating so much of this beef, I really haven't had enough things like canned fish. I haven't even had very much chicken. From time to time I get some pork sausage, but I don't really have anything mostly except beef. So that's expensive, as you could clearly tell. It's like it's not sustainable to do that. But canned fish, isn't the price a little bit higher, but you don't need as much of it. You see, it's like it's more satisfying. So it's worth it since it's in a can. It's just so convenient to open it up and have some. Yeah, in the oven back there, I have a cake. It's gonna be done right at around 3:15. Or no, I'll shut the oven off at like 3:06, right? See, that's the same exact time that they used to let all the high schoolers out. Right at 3:06, the bell rang. Everybody gets to come out of school. That used to be like the best time of the day. Remember, like, if you ever got to school in the U.S. and then like they ring these bells at the very last, and then everyone's ready to. All you can think of is what, like, where you're about to head to after school is finished, and then you don't really necessarily really even give any consideration to studying and the homework, because that's just busy work. That's less important than all other things that you had planned. So you were just gonna do those things first, aren't you? Nice weather. Well, then head out on the bicycle. Have a nice time. Maybe take a few friends with you. That used to be one of my favorite ways to spend time after class, or I would even skip class sometimes to go and do this, but I would just be riding bikes with friends, just anywhere I want. Go ride your bike in Washington D.C., or like go ride your bike down to the bike trail. Go to where. Like the Mount Vernon Trail. You can head into there's even places where you shouldn't bike. You could go to those places if you're feeling a little spicy. I don't recommend that though. Trespassing is like prohibited. They do not authorize this, so you can't do any of that sort of crazy thing. But yeah. I have taken my bike before, plenty of places. Oh yeah, probably shouldn't have taken them. I would have been better off biking to anywhere else, actually. Oh wow. Just make sure that, like, use common sense when it comes to bikes and cars, anything that move like that. What you need is, if you do it in the dark at night, don't forget to bring with you at least 2 fully charged up bike light. If you bring more than 2, then that's even better. You want to be able to see in the dark for sure. your bike's just gonna last longer if you have lights in the night, because then the more night riding you do that without any light, the more of those bumps are gonna really hit hard and mess things up. You go over bumps that you don't see at the road, and they hit really that when you least expect it. You might be in for a jolt. It'll come at you like a freight train if you're not careful. On the bikes though, just watch out, you know. I don't need to tell you this like I'm your mother. You should already be doing these things. When it comes to bikes and helmets, that's one thing that people have room for improvement on. It must remember that your skull, the material that it's made of though, isn't really as durable as you'd like it to be. Or there's ways that you could get messed up if you don't have a helmet on. There's many different, you could fall all sort of different angles, and then your neck is right underneath your head, supporting the weight of, so you just got to be careful, you know. They don't really design things in there to be that durable. They're good enough, but it's like, still, you can't expect to go and survive like an impact if it's past a certain amount of force. You may not survive that. Just watch out, you know. A cake is in the oven, and I've got this. This cake might be ready. I'm gonna go till 3, what time is 3? I would have to stop the video recording to know the time. That's why I have a radio nearby, and where I am at, because with this frequency here,
Scott Gelman, WTOP News. WTOP at 2:46. We're learning more about what police call suspicious buses that tried to pick up.
I'll be ready to shut the oven off in 15 minutes. I will pull it out at 3:06, right? The color looked good though. You seen the color on that cake? The banana bread is gonna be nice and crumbly. Plenty of butter and as much sugar as one can afford. So I'll be a fat man for a while. Be able to gain some extra cushion. Have a good body image. Be self-aware of consecrate my flesh is good. It's going to move. It's gonna be like water. I'll be like, yeah, I'll jiggle out. Jiggle my thing. I'll jiggle it for you. It's my thing.